Okay, what is going on? It is currently 5:30 in the evening, actually. For a change, it is 5:30 in the evening. We are doing a night session for the first time in a long time. We're normally absolutely dedicated to the morning sessions. But not last night, the night before. I went out on a bit of a midweek bender and yeah, I was absolutely knackered yesterday. Carried over into today. I was like, look, I ain't waking up early. If I'm getting less than 8 hours sleep, combine that with, fatigue from being hungover, it's never going to end well. So I kind of just gave myself the rest in the morning that was needed, but then just decided to train in the evening instead. To be honest, I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't done a night session in the longest time. Today we're hitting push as well. One of my favourite days on a Friday evening. What more can I ask for? But yeah, as you'll notice, I've had a little bit of a trim since the last time we spoke. Gone for a bit of a mullet, if you can see it just there. But you might see a bit more of it when we're working out in a little bit. But yeah, just want a little bit of a change, make it a bit sharper. The top's so much nicer than what it was because it was looking like so bushy. I was looking like Krusty the Clown. But anyway, yeah, we're drinking this Kim Kardashian pre-workout. I'm calling it Kim Kardashian pre-workout. It's a Kim Kardashian energy drink. Not entirely sure what she knows about energy drinks. Probably not her area of expertise. I know that she normally does other things other than that. I know that she's in other industries other than the science industry to produce an energy drink. But besides that, that is fine. I don't believe she's created it anyway, to be honest. It's a different brand, but it's got her name plastered on it. Don't ask why I've got it. We had it in the house. So yeah, it doesn't taste too bad if I'm going to be honest, and it's got 150 milligrams of caffeine in, so that should do the trick. I would never normally recommend caffeine past sort of the 1 p.m, 2 p.m. mark, just because of how it affects your sleep. It takes you longer to get to sleep. It affects your sleep when you're sleeping. It affects your REM sleep, all your deep sleep, all that goodness that you're trying to get in for your recovery and your rest to feel recharged the next day. It is going to affect that. So I never normally recommend this, but I'm quite tired this evening. I'm still feeling pretty run down from the night out the other day, and I think that combined with a little cold that's coming along, so we just need something to pick us up, and I shall pay the price of it later because I want to get through this workout and have a good workout, and I'm putting that over my sleep at this moment in time, which is my decision. So yeah, just want to say massive shout out to everyone who watched the first vlog that was about business and fitness. That vlog, as I'm recording this vlog right now, is currently on 450 views, which is my biggest vlog that I've got since I started my YouTube channel, because my first one got like 500, but this one's got 450 in 2 days as I'm recording this video, which is absolutely insane. And to be honest, that video, it's going to be a similar format to me. This one, it's going to be, talking through my workout, that kind of stuff. And I think this format feels the most natural for me, and I think that has been, that's been received in the exact same way to you guys, and that's why people have watched it. It's a bit of a longer video, but I think that's what I want to create going forward. So that's sick to see. So thanks for, dropping a like. I've also gained a few subs off that video as well, so appreciate that. On that note, if you're watching this video, you've watched a couple of the vlogs, drop a little sub. It keeps the motivation going and keeps me wanting to make these videos. But yeah, seeing that little, as sad as it is, seeing those views come flying in, that's fueled me up for the next one. Which, today I'm gonna be honest, I was feeling pretty run down about half an hour ago, and I was like, you know what, I need to get, I want to record, I want to make a video, I want to make a video on the day that I don't want to make a video, just so the days that I do want to make a video, it becomes a lot easier to record. But yes, anyway, we have now arrived at the gym. Oh my god, it is packed. I kind of forget that people go to the gym at night. For some reason, I had this thought made that it was only going to be me here. Don't know why. But yeah, we're going to get a sick push session in. I imagine it's going to be very busy tonight, so we might have to, it might be a bit of a longer session because we're waiting for machines, that kind of stuff, but I'm willing to put up with it. I've not got a crazy lot planned tonight, so lift is the is the night's motive. But yeah, here's the trim. I don't know if you can see it properly right now, but I'm still going to try talking the microphone into my hat, if you're wondering why I'm still holding the hat. But yeah, the trim, I can't really see it right now. I don't know what it's looking like, but it's a lot better than what it was. Looks a bit more professional, a lot sharper than it was previously. So, but yeah, we're still going to have to keep the cap on for the microphone for the time being. Just going to jug this and then we should be good to go. I know that caffeine sort of takes 20 to 30 minutes to get into your system as well, but we'll have to make do. Sometimes you haven't got the luxury of, planning everything out so precisely and perfectly in life. But yes, I will see you in the gym. Right, what is good? We're going to start off here on a bit of incline. Just because I'm not doing any sort of bench press, any flat dumbbell press, that kind of stuff at the moment, just because of the little finger, just because the grip strength is still a bit, it's a bit damaged, let's just say that. I'm struggling to just, hold the bar in. And I feel like when, you're doing your flat bench, doing your dumbbell press, that kind of stuff, you're engaging that a lot more. So we're avoiding that. We're going to try to keep it more form related on the incline press instead. So I'm just going to do a few warm-up sets now, and then we'll get to the working sets. But, I'm still pushing hard, still trying to progressively overload over time. But, I've just got to take this into consideration. So no crazy PBs or PRs. But, if we're feeling it, then, I'm going to go for it. So with the incline press as well, you really want to, when you're getting into your position, ready for the lift, so get those shoulder blades real back. Not arching necessarily, but, just tucking your shoulder blades in so you get more of the tension across your chest. Whereas I feel like, if you kind of relax your shoulder blades forward, then a lot of the tension spread out more across like your front delt area, almost going into like your side delt. Grip wise, I see a lot of people going like this, and it quite wide. Try and bring it in a little bit. I kind of like to go from sort of this part to sort of here at a push. You can really focus on the movement. And as I sort of said in previous vlogs, that these first sort of warm-up sets, I'm really not trying to fatigue myself too much. I'm just trying to get the blood flowing. Then when it gets into working sets, that's where I'm going to start pushing myself. So I'm going to have a quick check of what we did last time and see if we can stack some more on off the back of that. Max was 85 for 3 last time, so I'm going to start on 75, see where we get from there, feel it out, and hopefully try to get up to the 90 kg mark. Right, we've actually gone for 80 just because I couldn't be bothered working out 75 kg. But yeah, I've also done the bench on a slightly lower pin mark, just to see how it changes, the feel that I'm trying to achieve. See if I can sort of target the muscle a little bit more. Sometimes I feel like when I'm too far forward and incline, I'm really engaging that front delt a bit too much. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm targeting front delts in this workout, but I'm not trying to do that with the incline bench. That needs to be the upper chest where I can. Focus on the front delt a bit later on, but for now, let's get it dialed in. Good start set. Also 2 reps in, I realised I didn't even got my gym straps on, so that's another good sign, The weight's feeling a little bit light today. Yeah, appears I've left my gym straps at home, which isn't ideal, but we're gonna have to make do. So we got 90 there for a couple. I think the first set was for 5 or 6, but the second one, 2 or 3, I'm pretty sure. So try go for 3 again. We'll see what we get. Got 90 up consistently there, which is an improvement on last week's. Turns out I also did on my gym straps. Someone at the gym just told me that they were fucking next to the machine the whole time, which is annoying, but also good that I've hit, you know, my PB without them. I'm just gonna jump on some flies now. Normally do this with a bench, but I'm just gonna try a few sets without, just to see what we're feeling. Kind of do this at the mid-range, just below my shoulders. Normally I do it either from the top or from the bottom or bench. So this is something different, so it should give you my, you know, just a bit of a different feeling than usual. Because recently I feel like I'm, you know, doing the same stuff all the time, every time I'm in the gym. Which is when I want to start shocking that muscle a little bit more, just so it don't feel the same. Probably go a bit heavy than that. Right, I've just moved on to the bench there instead. Just like the first 2 sets, weren't feeling them. Not gonna lie. I normally do this on the wider cable machine as well. Means you can get a bit of a wider stretch going, but that's taken at the moment, so we're gonna have to do with this. Still feeling good though. Yeah, as I was saying, would normally do it on the wider one, but not available right now, so we're gonna have to make do. Put a bit more weight on, so I felt as though I was getting to that, you know, that 15 to 20 rep range there, which, you know, with the type of lifting that I'm doing at the moment, it's more compound, more low rep range from like sort of 6 to 8, pushing on 10. So I definitely think that was too light. You know, if you're ever in that situation and you're trying to, you know, stack on the weight, that kind of stuff, but you're finding yourself getting 20 reps done, you need to up that weight. It's not working the muscle in the way that you need to. Unless if you're going, you know, for a bit of hypertrophy and sort of trying to build up your endurance. You know, if you're doing workouts that are more sort of CrossFit focused, where you need to be, you know, anaerobically fit, aerobically, let's go with that, fit, then that's, you know, that's what you need to do a bit more. But if you're trying to put on size, you need to lower that rep range a little bit. That's what we're doing now. Just looking back on that set there, that was pretty shaky. I don't know why, but I've always had this since, you know, since I've started lifting. Feeling like you're fucking on every single ring, you're like shaking, like your body's vibrating. Whereas, you know, when I look at other people lifting online, they don't like to have that same shakiness about them. I don't know why it is, but, you know, like from like rep 2 there, I can see that I'm shaking like a shitting dog. But in reality, you know, my muscle's not fatiguing anyway. I can carry on the set, but it just looks like I'm absolutely fried. But anyway, right, I've upped the weight a little bit more. Just done the last couple sets. And then we should be good. Okay, sweet. Moving on to seated chest press now. Honestly, looking at them videos that I've just done then, I look so fucking skinny. And I look like I'm struggling big time as well. Honestly. I also just watched back that clip of me on the incline press. My biceps shaking through the whole of that is like, I look puny. But anyway, it's a nice little bit of motivation for the next set to not, you know, like a skinny little boy. But yeah. Okay, so normally what I do with this machine on the chest press is go for this mid handle here, and then stack. We're gonna go for about 10 reps, see how we get on with that, see how it's feeling. I have just done a push movement with incline, so I'm not expecting to get the crazy amount of reps out of this right now, but let's see how it goes. Ten on the dot there, and those last two ones felt very weird. So I'll probably stick with the 10 range, just to try and get that last little burn out the chest. Also, I think showing different angles when you're lifting is sort of good for yourself as well, because you can actually see what you're doing in the movement. And sort of recording these videos has made me realise, you know, I can target muscles in a bit of a better way sometimes, which has been beneficial to my own lifting. So it's also good to show people that, you know, not everyone's absolutely pumped up to the max all the time, like shredded down to the gills. And sometimes you're gonna look like shit, but that's just the, you know, the cycle of weightlifting. And also this week I've had shit sleep and been out drinking, so I'm not gonna be, you know, looking as pumped up as I normally do. And granted, I've had a couple takeaways as well. But yeah, we move. As you can tell, I'm looking pretty fatigued right now. I can't even get it up for 10, which normally is like the standard. But that's a good sign, you know, because I've hit some PBs earlier on in the session, and I'm feeling the effects of doing that. Now, you can get quite caught up on the numbers as well, and, you know, almost worrying why you can't hit certain rep ranges. When you're constantly going into like an overload phase, and you keep stacking weight on week in, week out, you know, some lifts, depending on what time you're doing within the workout, are going to feel a lot heavier than usual. They might feel a lot lighter than usual. Like I jumped on incline then earlier. Last week I only got 85 for 3. This week I've done 90 for however many reps and sets that I did. So, but then everything else is going to feel a bit heavier later on, you know, because I'm really fatiguing that muscle early on in my exercise, which is a good thing. Last set on chest, and then we're going to go hit some shoulders. Probably going to do a couple shoulder presses, nothing crazy, and then focus a lot more on the side delts. Just because I've done 2 big pushing movements this workout already, I don't want to absolutely go overkill on it. Because in a lot of these push movements, you're hitting that front delt anyway. So yeah, might throw in some shrugs there as well. Right, we're just going to do side delt raises, pretty heavy for the first sort of 6 to 8. Then once, you know, feel that fatigue, I'm dropping the weight down. 2 weight categories. And then just go into failure on that. Shoulders on fire already, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, that becomes the challenge half the time as well. It's not about you sort of running out of energy, so to speak. It's more how much pain can you endure throughout them reps. You know, in reality, on that kind of weight, you can go forever until your arm drops off, but it's just about sort of how many you can get in. And as you can tell, on that first set, I bitched out a little bit, so I'm not going to try to do that on the next one. I'm really trying to focus on that, you know, that side delt, get it going. Also, as you can tell, the lighting in this part of the gym is absolutely crap, so I apologise for that. Everything just looks super dark. That's not me editing it, that's just how it is in this corner of the gym. Probably got about 2 more working sets on this one. And then onto I'm torn between shrugs and a push movement. But we're going to go shrugs and then do push at the end. just to give my body that little bit of rest. This set, I promise, till actual failure. Then just bitching out halfway through. This also sort of contradicts what I was saying earlier about your compound lifts needing to be in that low, you know, if you want to put size on in that low rep range. But I feel like with such a small, you know, part of your body, which is the side delt here, it's nowhere near as big as your chest. I feel like you can just sort of try train it to failure and get a good pump going with it. You know, stand there and do like 6 reps on the side raise, my form is going to be absolutely shite. Yeah, and with a muscle out, you can sort of train it a lot more and get a lot more reps out of it. Whereas with something like your chest, you know, it fatigues a hell of a lot more. Right, onto the other side now. Just had a thought mid-set then as well. But you know, it's those sort of compound movements that you want to be going low rep ranges on. Stuff like this, like accessory movements that aren't your big lift of the day. These sort of exercises where it's not your compounds, you know, you can increase the reps a little bit just to get the muscle burning. Right, last set on this one. This is burning very hard. I've done some shrugs now. I don't like this movement. If it looks uncomfortable for me, it's because it always has been. Yeah, it's never felt good, I'm not gonna lie. It always aches the day after, so we'll keep doing it. Yeah, on this one, what I find best is getting a slight bend going, rather than just going straight up, and to get a bit of a lean forward and sort of pull, not back, so it's like a, you know, like a rear delt sort of lift, but you know, just a bit of a spine angle change. I've realised doing that has massively helped me target the muscle that I'm actually trying to work. You know, rather than just shifting the weight up like this, you know, just a nice little, well, you can get a nice peak, a bit of peak going as well in your trap. Yeah, we're just going to move the weight up a little bit, so I feel a little bit light. Workout done. As you probably noticed, today there wasn't much of a strict plan in place. It was sort of what I was feeling. Just trying to change it up a little bit. I know I normally kind of do the movements anyway, but just trying to switch it up a little bit, to be honest. I didn't include a pushing movement at the end of my shoulders because I'm not going to lie, my shoulders are absolutely battered. And this isn't me sort of, you know, copping out of an exercise that I've had written down. This was more a bit of a bro sesh by myself. You know, just going in there, feeling it out, pushing yourself where you can, and sort of understanding what you need to do to get a good squeeze. I think sometimes, you know, I've been on my plan where I've got like a flat bench day, you know, sorry, a flat chest day and then an incline chest day, you know, back to back for a number of weeks now, and I just think today I just wanted to try something a bit different. But no, it's felt good. I can feel the pump, which is good. I didn't really do a pump check at the end just because there was like a fuck ton of people in the changing rooms, and I didn't want to, you know, go in with this big tripod and be all weird. So yeah, no, really good session. I just got myself a couple USN protein cookies as well. Right, these things, they flap. 15 grams of protein, £1.50 each. Can't complain. Just because I ran out of protein, which ain't ideal. I'm getting some tomorrow. So, but yeah, good session. Took me about an hour and a half, and to be honest, I don't really spend that much time in the gym normally. Due to I just don't really think that you need to spend that much time in there. But when, you know, when I'm talking between sets and I'm not fully like locked in on my workout, you know, that can happen. So if you're someone who's spending an hour and a half or so in the gym normally, to try and increase the intensity a little bit and sort of reduce that rest time. You know, reduce those Twitter scrolls between each set, those Instagram scrolls, and really just sort of focus in and lock in on the actual task ahead. Because I think these days, you know, I've been guilty for this in the past. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm, you know, this perfect person who's never made a mistake. I used to, you know, spend a lot of time between sets on Twitter, Instagram, that kind of stuff. But, you know, if you want to take lifting seriously and you want to take gym seriously, you want to take training seriously, you've got to really focus in for that workout. You know, all I'm asking from you is 45 minutes to an hour a day of focus time. And if you can't do that, then there's a serious problem. But yeah, I see a lot of people, you know, on the Twitter scroll for a good 3 minutes in between one mediocre set to the next, and it's just, you're just never going to see improvement like that. You know, you need to be training with intensity, with focus on that muscle, and in that rest time, you know, what I like to do is I kind of like to, this is kind of weird, but I like to reflect upon the set that I've just done. I think, how can I improve? I don't do this every time, obviously, but you know, I think, how can I improve that movement that I've just done? How can I improve the next reps that I'm going to do to get a better squeeze and effectively have a better workout, and in turn unlock further gains? Or, you know, I just wander around and just daydream, because I also find it nice to just have an hour of the day where you're not on your phone, you're not being distracted by people, you know, no one's bugging you, you can just sort of crack on with what you want to do and have yourself, you know, a bit of me time. And I don't think you need all these external factors such as social media, you know, texting people, feeding into that. You know, just give yourself that hour of the day. It's just, that's why I like to start my workouts in the morning. I like to get them done. I like to get them done in the morning, you know, so I've got that peace in the morning. Although I'm listening to fucking heavy metal and gym funk in my ears, that's me at my rest time, you know, that's me relaxing. It sounds pretty weird now that I'm saying it out loud, but you know, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, that's all good. But I just see it as, you know, although I'm training like an absolute menace every time I go in there, really pushing myself as much as I can. You know, that's my time to myself. That's my peace time. Because I'm a bit of a loner myself anyway. You know, I like my own company. You know, I'm not one of these people that likes to be out doing things all the time. I like to train by myself. I'm not gonna lie. I like to just do things on my own a lot of the time, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's just, that's what I like doing. A lot of the work that I do is soul related, you know, over the past 4 years, that has all been by myself. I haven't had any helpers on that. It's been me, you know, stuck to a screen, working my arse off. And I think you have to do that in order to get places that you want to get to in life. And it's the same thing for the gym. You know, you need to focus up if you want to get the results. You can't just go in there and, you know, throw some weights around for about an hour and a half, 2 hours with a low intensity, spending half your time on your phone and expect the gains. But yeah, with that being said, I think we're gonna end this vlog here. It's been a good push session. You know, if you've got any questions about it, any further movements, that kind of stuff, let me know in the comments below. I'm aware that my form wasn't the best in that one, but I don't mind too much because I'm trying to push some more weight, which, you know, felt good. I got some good PBs in there today, which I'm really proud of, off the back of low sleep and, you know, a bit of a cold coming through. I'm pleased with that. Imagine what I could achieve when, you know, I'm at 100%. So that's a good thing to look forward to next week. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you like the video, drop a like, drop a comment, that kind of stuff. Drop a sub.